Here we go.
Go.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I heaver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's heavering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when the money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, oh, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I broke, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's going over you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
These great club rooms were started at my parents' out in Flaxmere. My mother Erin and my father Spud. Many of you would have gone there and had plenty to drink after games. I believe Ross Palmer had his first big bottle there, and then we sort of moved the club rooms up to this great place, St Leonard's Park.
Used to frequent a place down Folkestone Drive at a beautiful man's house, and his name was Spud Langley. We had a lot of very good times there before we started going to this club here. So it was a packed house, a lot of beers drunk, a lot of stories told.
Obviously we were born into it, so we didn't really go anywhere else. It was our childhood, and then it became my children's childhood.
I arrived in the country January 31st, 1990. I took over a junior team for the first year in what was just after just before, like the end of March. And I'd been down to watch a pre-season game anyway. That was our first year in Central League. That was my introduction to Western Rangers.
Back in 88, 89 when I first got involved for looking after the juniors, we had a good number of players in the late 80s, early 90s. We were able to quadruple the junior teams.
Played my first game 44 years ago down at Duke Street. I've had lots of good memories with the club.
I've been at Rangers for close to 30 years now. The Tony Bartlett era, when we played Central League, so I was just young, probably about 19, 20.
And in the second year, I took my first men's team, 1991. When Scott Gibb came, and Scotty, a few others came in. But we had about 4 or 5 high school kids in there who couldn't get in the first 11. But I had 7 or 8 senior players in there that could play football. So that was the pathway. I'd come in, I'd blood them in there, a couple of games, and they just start moving up. Or the play season, and Scotty went and played Central League and Goal and stuff like that. So Tony Sinclair went up. That used to be the pathway. You used to work off the bottom team and just working with the season pros, and you'd get kicked, but someone will come and kick the guy that kicked you.
Back in those days, the club rooms were absolutely packed when we were playing Central League. We'd go away every weekend on the bus and come back, and just being 19, just seeing the support of the Rangers supporters, not just up here, but when we went back to, I think it was Shooters back then.
We had our first attempt at the playoffs to get to Central League. We actually didn't make Central League that year, but the party we had was absolutely awesome.
I came on the committee here when we were in the crap financially, and my best memory was the day that we went from red to green. That was probably the most rewarding.
I went from the highs of Central League, of winning 2 years winning Central League and unbeaten, to being told we got 24 hours to pay money or Central Football are shutting us down, to walking in there the following year and paying our full fees off on the first day when we got the bill. Craig Morgan sat down with me one day and he said, "We're not going to shut the club down, are we?" I went, "Not on my watch."
When I'm lonely, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And when I come home, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home with you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home with you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
One I'm probably most proud of is taking my two sons through from 5 years old. There was one special year when we won the under 15s, and that young team went on to win Div 2, which I was very proud of as well.
We used to drink down at a pub called the Clio Bar. Whole group of Rangers guys, supporters, players, and one night I was sitting next to a great man who is actually a Morgan, and we were talking and he looked over at me and he said, "Well, the only way you'll ever leave this club is in a body bag." And that is the reason why I'm still here to this day. And that great man was Calvin Morgan.
I played in a very good Masters team, which won the league and the Knockout Cup.
And the lights. That was a buzz, getting those lights up there and them being the best lights in Hawke's Bay, I think. Better than McLean Park even. So.
Obviously, my involvement meant having our two boys work their way right through the club. The eldest boy obviously hasn't played for any other clubs seriously.
It's a great club, family, 100% family orientated. One of my favourite memories was playing Twilight down there. I had Shane, my husband, and I had Dom, and we all played in the same team together. Now, not many, there probably are lots of families here that can say they've played with their whole family.
It's always been like that throughout my career here. Always had wonderful sport up at the balcony and just the social things here. I made many friends, lifelong friends, and I'm certain it will continue as well.
Rangers to me is a family club, and it means that you can bring your children in, work with them at a young age, and take them right through into the senior grades and watch them develop through that.
When I took over as chairman, and there was, we didn't have any junior teams in that, so there was only got Carla and Carly in to do the juniors. It was a case then we made a decision to make it a family club. So yeah, it's a family thing about the club. That's what it is to me.
Yeah.
You walk up there and it's that day, and I like to think that anybody that comes into the club gets that feeling.
And I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles and fall down at your door.
25. Oh, it's my number.
Oh, it's my IQ.